Who do you need to change to get everything that you dream about? Who do you need to ask if you want the greatest relationship, if you want the most beautiful life? Who needs to change for that? And what does it take to have such a life? Is it possible for you to create such a life? In today's episode, we are going to address one of the most important topics in our lives. Can you guess it? It is accountability. And I'm going to show you why most people are not able to create what they want, and they are not living in the relationships that they want to have, and why this is happening, and what is the cause of all of this friction.
What a blessing to be alive. What a blessing to be here.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Aligned and Peaceful. Today we are going to talk about how do you find everything that you want? Who do you need to change to get everything that you dream about? Who do you need to ask if you want the greatest relationship, if you want the most beautiful life, if you want to feel fantastic in your life and great and happy and blissful? Who needs to change for that? And what does it take to have such a life? Is it possible for you to create such a life where you feel great and joyful and you have amazing relationship with other people, where you just go through life with ease? And even if challenges come, you are always seeing solutions and they are not really affecting you in a way that you get drained. You just see them for what they are. Is this possible to experience life like that? How do you create such a life that you love it? And how do you ask then, what needs to happen? Who needs to change? If you have needs because other people are not doing and behaving the way you want it, what do you do in order to create then a great life experience? In today's episode, we are going to address one of the most important topics in our lives. This will enable you to really create a life that feels great, that you have a great time here, that it's amazing, and that you can step so much and taste your own power. How to do it? What are we going to talk about today? Can you guess it? It is accountability. You know, my husband lately told me, with you I have discovered that one of the most important things for me now in a partner is actually accountability. I live by that rule. This is in the top 3, top 5 ways of how I consciously choose to live. By taking 100% of accountability over everything in my life. I'm responsible for everything. If I don't like something, I am very extreme in that. I always first look at myself. Always. I'm going to dive deep into that, what I mean. And I'm going to show you why most people are not able to really create what they want and why this is happening. And they are not living in the relationships that they want really to have and why this is happening. And what is the cause of all of this friction? So, in my own case, whenever I feel a friction, let's say in a relationship, and I would feel, or this point of view arrives that you think the other should not behave this way. He should talk to me more. He should spend more time with me. He should do this, or he should behave this way, or this way, or this way. Or even in general in life, right? It doesn't have to be your partner. Maybe you talk about some friends where you say, oh, how they dare to behave this way? This is not nice how they treat me. They should be different. They should know better. I want them to be this way. I want them to call me. My friend should call me 5 times a day. They should reach out to me. They should ask me about my life. They should care about me. They should love me. They should know what I like, what I dislike, what kind of gifts they can give me or not. They should know about my history. They should know where I come from. They should know what hobbies I have. They should know how many siblings I have. And then if they don't, what is the experience inside of you? Disappointment, anger will rise, frustration, because someone else is not the way you want them to be. Here we come to the thing that I would probably say over 90% of the population is not understanding and is not living in a way where there is accountability. 90% of the people are just looking always at the others, trying to change the other person, even in relationships, because they discover a need. I want that you call me. I want that you ask me how was my day. I want that you spend more time with me. I want this. I want that. I want you to be this way. And they think that this is how they will create what they want. But let's have a closer look on that. You think you will experience what you want to experience in life by changing the other person, by making in the external reality it in a way that you think this will be right. We are talking about other human beings. So per se, you are saying how the person is right now is wrong. The person needs to change. The person needs to change the way I want the person to change. So when you truly think about it, what kind of right do you think you have to say another human being, which is a free human being, is wrong the way the human being is? And this person needs to change because it is so wrong. It needs to change in the way I want this human being to change. Do you think that this is correct? And now you want every other human being to change the way you want the human being to change, into the direction you want the human being to change. Are you respecting the free will of the other person? Are you respecting the life of the other person? Are you a person that respects where the person is at, the freedom of the other one? Are you able to love unconditionally? Or you are just trying to enslave that other person to your wishes? What is it really that you are truly able to change and influence in this life, where there is no doubt about that you can do it, where it's really 100% yours? What is truly the only thing that is 100% yours, that you can design the way you want it to be? What is it? It's you. This is up to you, fully, 100%. Whatever you want to believe into, whatever actions you want to do, whatever wishes you have, who needs to do it? Who needs to be addressed? You. You have to find ways in your life that this is the first step where you look at. And you have to leave everyone else the space to be their way they want to. Whenever now you have a wish and now you confuse it, because you have the responsibility and you have the freedom of choosing how you are. And now you think, because it's your relationship, now you feel kind of free to influence and to say how the other person needs to be. Just because a person is in a relationship with you, it doesn't mean the person needs to be in a way that you want the person to be. There is this confusion between growth and growing and expanding together in a relationship, helping each other out, and this forcing someone else to just be enslaved to your wishes. There is a huge difference to that, huge difference. The first one, in a relationship, when we are together, we can, through ideas, start to build a life that will start to expand both of the people. But because both of them want to move in that direction, because this direction is expanding both participants, it is liberating, expanding, and just making the life of both more exuberant. This is how it's properly designed. The other part is only one person has a wish, and now it thinks, but do it this way for me, and the other person is not designed to be like that, and it's only serving one person. It's only serving the egoistic needs of this one person. And now the person says, but if you bend yourself and if you make yourself this way how I like it, then I will be happy, and then you will be happy by that. This is also a very distorted way of looking at the things. Very distorted, because now you are trying to bend the other one in a way that you think it's right for the person. You have no right to do so. And that's not a relationship. That's enslavement. The only thing that you could do is you could ask, or would you do that for me? But that's the only really that's on the border, forcing the change in a way that the other person don't want to go. This is enslavement. Like, imagine now the other person is coming to you and tell you, you know what, I want you actually to cut your hair. And then I want you to wake up every day at 4 o'clock. And then I want you that you do this, and this, and you say this sentences and this sentences. You would look at the person like, huh? But this is my life. And the same applies to the other person as well. So what do we really do in those moments when we have wishes? And it's not the first point, looking together in a direction. What do we want to build? How we can support each other in building that, expand the relationship. But it is only your wish and it's only yours. Then we go back to accountability. Please understand. People are looking to meet their desires, to fill their cups everywhere outside. They are getting triggered by someone, or they are being in discomfort because someone behaved a way, and then they try to change the other person. They try to look for the change on the external. And I can promise you, even if that person changes, you will not get what you really want. It will show up even more in many different phases and situations in your life. Because that's not the root. That's not how you really solve it. You need to take 100% accountability for your needs, for your desires, for whatever is there. You first need to go inside and ask yourself, what is it that I truly need? What is it there? Let's say your partner, you feel like he needs to call you 5 times a day. Why? You don't look on the outside first. You look on the inside. Why is this need appearing? Why do I not feel full by myself? You take fully accountability of the lack that you are feeling inside. Why do you want to blame someone else for the experience that is within you? That's your choice, how you feel inside. That's your choice, how you perceive things. If this perception is not serving you, you are free to choose something else. You are free to choose another belief. You are free to choose to see it and perceive it in another way. But no, you want it easy. You want just, you do the job over there. You change. This is the way. So I can be just in my comfort zone and I will not be triggered. I will not have to look at myself. I will not have to look what I need to do, how I need to grow, how I need to outgrow my beliefs. Oh no, you want it easy. That's the problem. Most of the people, they just look for the easy way to change everyone else, and this will lead to nowhere. And I'm telling you, the moment you start to take 100% accountability of everything, 100%, and you stop to look, oh, he did this, she did that, he said it this way, he must do this for me, and he must behave a certain way, and he must call me, he must ask me how I'm feeling, he must ask me about my family, about the situation, he must remember my appointments because this is how he loves me. And you start to waste your energy on that, and you move back to 100% accountability. Why do I experience it this way? How can I change first? What do I need to address? How can I outgrow this belief? How can I outgrow this need? How can I expand in a way that I can give it to myself? How can I change my perception in a way that I will liberate myself from that lack, from that mentality that is not serving me? What can I do? How can I transcend this? Because what? Otherwise, you need everyone else around you to be a certain way to have a great life, to have a peaceful life, to experience blissfulness and joyfulness. Otherwise, you will be the whole time horrible and miserable inside of you because this is lacking, this is frustrating, he is so much frustrating me, and this person, how dare he behaves like that. So you want to have that kind of experience of life? Do you want to live this way? Or you dream about being liberated from that, no matter what is happening externally, that you feel so full and blissful. And out of that you can give to the world rather than trying to take from here and bend this way and change it that way. So you try to fix something, everything external, so you feel a certain way, rather than you take responsibility. You take accountability to 100%. You change everything here. So whatever is happening out there doesn't matter. All the nonsense will not matter. You will sit there, and if the person calls you, you will be happy. If the person doesn't call you, you will be happy. If the person asks you about something, it's great. If it doesn't, also great. Isn't that what you really, really wish for? Isn't that a relationship that you truly want to build? That you are accepted the way you are, and also you accept the other one, how the person is. It doesn't mean now you have to let people cross your boundaries, or you just have to endure something. No. But for those kind of topics, these are different kind of topics, which we will not address today. I am talking about those moments when it's about your needs, your desires, and instead of taking accountability of yours and changing inside, you try to fix the external reality to feel a certain way inside, but it doesn't work this way. You will never be successful. You will never be liberated. This is what I mean by success. So in order to truly have a great life experience, the more accountability you take for whatever is happening, whatever reaction you experience, whatever is showing up as beliefs, as needs, as lack, you look inside of you. You take the accountability. You look at yourself rather than at your partner, at your family members, at someone else, and you do that. And the more you will do it, the more you will experience life in a way that you really, really want to experience it. So every time there's friction in your life, or you feel like the other person is doing something wrong, you switch and you ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do I even feel that something is wrong with the other person? Why do I believe that someone else is wrong? It just is what it is. This is how the human being is. This is what is also true unconditional love. There are no conditions. As you are not perfect, so is no one else. So why we don't start to accept it and start to lead by example and start at the place where we have truly the power to change, which is within us. May this encourage you to start to live a life out of full accountability and start to understand that this is not contracting you, but the opposite. It will liberate you from everything, because then no matter what nonsense will happening around you, no matter who is doing what, you will feel great. And isn't that beautiful? And out of that state, we can create greatness in the world. This is how change is happening. It starts with us and with accountability for everything that you experience. It's up to you. So have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. May this help you to create a liberated life for yourself, a life where you are free of everything that is not really yours. And may it create and guide you back to the peace inside of you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
What a blessing to be alive. What a blessing to be here.